Hello everybody and welcome back to another Wuthering Ways video. I'm END Creations and today we have the 2.7 drip marketing. Oh my goodness, it's already here. Holy moly, for Galbrena Qiuyuan. What's up everybody? It's super duper exciting to have the drip marketing already. Like, we just felt like the patch literally just came out for 2.6 2 weeks ago, and we already have allegedly should be our final Rinascita character for this story. I mean, hey, last time I said like 2.6 was the last Rinascita patch and it's over, but no, not even close. We still have one more month of Rinascita for all the joys and ones to get through. But of course, we want to take a look at the drip marketing and see what these characters have in store for us, and I'm here to read it so you don't have to. So leave a like and subscribe, and let's dive right into it. So I actually have a lot to analyze today. If we go ahead and just default screen here, holy moly, lots and lots of stuff. What is it? We're gonna read first and then we're gonna start analyzing the images later. But oh, drip marketing, it's beautiful. But let's take a look here for the first post. The monsters that are walled in Galbrena's ever-burning hellfire, they have a choice to make: be purified and become our servants, or be reduced to ashes. Now if you flip over to the next one, all right, let's see here. With this hellfire to consume them all, Galbrena, fiend of the ever-burning flame, Discord slayer. Yo, Discord users, watch out. She has hell and back through countless battles, deepest through the countless battle. Oh, whoa, I'm tweaking. She has been through hell and back through the countless battles, deepest darkness, and much more. She hunts from going from one hunting ground to another and will never stop hunting. So now this is already a super duper interesting detail off rip, because not only does it tie into the new echo set that we got in the game, but also that she is actually someone who actively uses echoes kind of for her own deal. And there's a really interesting theory that you can kind of play off here, with some light spoilers for the most recent quest, so just keep that in mind. I'll point that out when that happens. But numero uno, I mean, hey, Mr. Guy right here, that mob kind of looks familiar, and if it does look familiar, it's because it's motherfucking the Flame Ignis. We have seen these since the start of Rinascita, and this has literally the same design as this guy, kind of a floating fox sort of creature, and then also has a mask on top. And then actually this is something from the newer patch, I think. I haven't actually seen these guys, but this is another echo that is available inside the game, so that's actually super duper cool to see that she does have some basis in Rinascita. And it makes a lot of sense now that she clearly has some sort of history. And again, I'll get into that in a second. I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't had a chance to play the newest quest yet, but going back to it as well, we also have some analysis from the fatfluffypenguin. If you never heard of them, they do amazing YouTube videos. I'll link them down in the description, but not too much to say here. I kind of just want to take a look at some of the symbolisms, mostly the snakes. There's a bunch of other things about one-winged angel. I mean, they could do one-winged angel. I think they're doing it for aura. But the few things that are interesting is that first to point out is that the symbol of Ouroboros, so we've had this before already in the game, but the serpent that eats its own tail, so you don't know if it symbolizes infinity. The endless cycle of the hunt, so she's probably been doing this forever. But then also additionally, we have the bronze serpent of Moses, which was on his staff, and he used it for splitting the sea and saving the Israelites. So a sin and a lack of faith. So there's also a really interesting thing, because Galbrena is probably someone who denounces the faith in Rinascita, because she's here to hunt down the Thernodian. But the reality is, right, of course, if you've been following along Wuwa, is that Rinascita's divinity for some point of time was the Thernodian, and now the actual divinity is dead, and she's coming to hunt for Cardathia. So that's going to be a big deal. And now we're going to kind of dive into really quick sort of spoiler terry. Of course, there's a snake here, but there is something I really want to point out. So here, I'm going to mark a timestamp right here if you don't want to hear it, but this is specifically just for a 2.6 quest thing, and then I'm going to move on to something that they actually failed to put away in the art. But right here, 2.6 spoilers. So what's really interesting is that we don't really know who Galbrena is. We were having a hard time figuring it out, because who is this character? And then someone realized something, or just people who are looking a little closer, because I kind of forgot this happened, is that there is this cutscene here with Angel, who Augusta is someone who's she's sort of protecting, right? And we just assume that you know, eventually Angel died, and you know that's so sad, and it gave Augusta motivation, but also, you know, a lot of doubt that the Dark Tide only cared about her, and then or her friend, and not, like, you know, Augusta, who was the real target the entire time for the Dark Tide. But what's really interesting is that this character does have white hair, and the silhouette in the background is a wolf, the exact same one that we see in her drip marketing, which is literally crazy. What is it? Because also here, if I go ahead and play this GIF, you start to see, what is it, some of the resemblance coming together. It's like, wait a minute. And this all really comes to a head if I start throwing in Cristoforo's sort of shield here. So this is the trailer line from like 3 months ago now. Yeah, so this is her line.
They join the crowd pilgriming toward the kingdom rising in the dark waves.
And that didn't make a lot of sense at the time. What is it? Especially, and not really necessarily the text, but more like the background, because it's just like, yo, where are we? But now that you see this, the purple water, the stones everywhere, this is you know, that new area that we just got in 2.6. And you know, sure enough, she has returned to Rinascita, you know, from whence she came. So this is actually probably Angel, which is literally insane to be for a fact. It's also really interesting that Galbrena, you know, because you can see characters always have some sort of symbol behind their deal. So here's Augusta, here's Zanny, and then we have going over to Galbrena, and you can even see this in the main splash art too. What is it? She has no faction affiliation. What is it? And again, this is where I cut it off. That's the 2.6 end of the spoilers. Moving on to an art error I think they failed to do is that people noticed that there's actually a very important symbol on her shoulder, and that is a Blake bloom. Now, what's really interesting is that you can see this in this piece of art right here. There's that little black flower right there, but then when you do go ahead and look over to the trailer itself, and I kind of scroll a little bit, let me see here, where's her shoulder? What is it? I know her abs are very hot. Boom, it's gone. Wait a minute, Kuro. Wait a minute. So that's what is it? That's a big deal. I'm gonna kind of chop it off right there. What is it? So boom, Swither free zone. We're back. But yeah, no, so that's really interesting that that might give you little pointers as to what direction the story may head into. And the last thing I kind of want to point about Galbrena is the fact that, you know, she has a wolf on the floor, very similar to Augusta's trailer. He wanted to have a little bit more pointers into what direction the story may take in regards to her. But wow, like, Galbrena really is interesting. I did not expect her to have this much relation to Rinascita as a whole. I thought maybe she was going to be an outlander, like the trailer described, just kind of unrelated to the entire region, but she's far more tied in than we expected to Rinascita as a whole, which is freaking awesome, dude. And you know, the fact that I think what will be a really cool angle for her is that she can use sort of tacit discords in a special way, because clearly she has an echo companion very similar to Roshia, very similar to us. What is it, that has, like, you know, intelligent thought. It can speak. What is it? It can clearly, like, you know, act independently in some sort of way, which is going to be really interesting to see how she handles that. And also, again, lines up with the echo set that I was talking about earlier, is that Law of Harmony, like, it kind of didn't make any sense. Like, what are we doing with this thing? What is it? And, like, you know, I TC'd it a little bit. I'm like, this is cute. It's fun to mess around with, but who realistically could do it? Because, I mean, she's probably not going to be the Crown of Valor, right? You know, that's already taken by Augusta, and she doesn't really strike me the type being, you know, a gun user. But I mean, hey, again, you get heavy attack bonus, and then you also get stacking echo bonus skill damage, which is super duper interesting. What is it? And also this combines with Frolova, so maybe we're gonna see some Frolova Galbrena teams. But regardless, that's actually really cool that she is sort of a tactic discord hunter and, you know, sort of keeper, which is super duper cool. But that's kind of it for Galbrena. Let's move on to Qiuyuan. Oh yeah, baby. Now this one I actually have a little bit more to say about, despite him not having too much going on in terms of, you know, the story, because he is not of Rinascita or Septimon or whatnot, or even outside of Septimon and whatnot. He is officially a Jinjo character, and that makes me very, very happy, because man, I miss Jinjo. You know, right now I'm running the theme back. This was the best piece of music that Wuthering Waves has ever put out. It's still hands down one of the best. But yes, let's go ahead and read Qiuyuan's lines here. So, bamboo leaves dance in the wind. A light rain is starting to fall. Qiuyuan holds his breath, light bouncing off of his sharp blade. He senses the enemy's state of mind for a weak spot, like a flash. Then the blade flies out and the enemy is done for. Oh yeah, very nice. And let's go ahead, see here. One strike to settle it all. Qiuyuan, a swordsman of cool resilience and absolute integrity. The wandering Huanglong alone. He seeks nor fame nor high office, but the mastery of swordsmanship and a life guided by high morals. Now that, yeah, can I master his sword? Okay, H. Oh man, no, but Qiuyuan looks awesome. And you know, Galbrena, you know, she looks cool. And I mean, if her gameplay really sells me, I will consider going for her, but for the most part, you know, since I don't have a lot of gems, I'll probably just stick with Qiuyuan because he does look really cool. And there's a lot of interesting analysis in terms of symbolism, once again to the fat fluffy penguin. So let's get started here. So the first one that I want to look at is actually the tiger symbol on his shoulder. Now this is actually really fun because, so if you don't know sort of the like legend of like the 5 beasts, I don't have the proper name down, but this is actually something I researched back in 1.0 because I was trying to figure out, you know, like what are the deities of, you know, like Wuthering Waves back when Jinzhou was our only region. You know, so we had really big things like, you know, the big dragon for GN, but then also Jinshi, and then we had a bunch of other these beasts that are possible to show up, and they actually did end up showing up through the means of, if you take a look here. So the North Turtle is the Budboard Geonoch, the Azure Dragon is GN, the Firebird of the South is Shangli, and then the 5th middle beast is the Yellow King of Dragons, which is Jinshi. And that means that we're missing one more, which is technically and you know, gonna be Qiuyuan sort of manifested into his character. And then if we take a, you know, closer look here, Autumn Qi can mean autumn in Chinese, and his line one strike is based off the white tiger's obsession with metal and precision. So, you know, he's very symbolic of, you know, Chinese mythology, which is super awesome in my opinion. I'm really glad this is how the thing actually turned out, because it was something very subtle, you know, and I'm hoping that we get you know, the turtle character in the future, but it's probably not happening. What is it? We'll have to settle for these 4, you know, kind of being our characters. But that'll be really interesting too, because you know, that he's metal. Of course, Wuthering Waves has proven that, you know, your color scheme doesn't dictate you know, what attribute you have as a character. But everyone's predicting Arrow. I mean, he's green, his background's green, everything's green. What is it? But he could be Electro, who knows? What is it? Because he is more in attuned with metal and whatnot. I would be very surprised, or what is it? I would vote for Arrow or Electro. And then from there, if they do something else, I'm like, all right, you got me. I don't know, man. What is it? But if we take a look at the kind of the rest of the things going on in here, his whole design is very based off of a Chinese wuxia. In this case, imagery leaning on buildings like iconic, cueing martial arts in the genre, the whole thing where they fly in the air and stuff and dance across buildings. His hairstyle and design is very wuxia inspired as well. I fucking butchered the pronouncer. I'm so sorry. What is it? But that's really awesome. What is it? I do like that, because you know, if we're talking about video games, the only game that I've really had ever referenced this type of warrior is like For Honor, and it was definitely my main. What is it? So maybe he'll be cool. What is in that regard. But yeah, no, like I really do like what Qiuyuan has going on in this regards, and I kind of don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like he's either Arrow or Electro, and then maybe he'll also have the Crown of Valor available to him, or he'll use Lara Hardy, or maybe he'll just be normal and just use a normal skill set, like a normal character. Who knows? What is it? But you know, Qiuyuan's pretty awesome. He's the one I'm a little more interested in, but of course we don't have a lot of basis on him. I am very surprised that they put him into this patch in general, just because like we just finished Rinascita, technically speaking, if this is how we handle it, and he'll probably be like a tail end patch character, and I just kind of hope they give him enough screen time. What is it? Because Chisa is kind of people are predicting she's going to be part of the newer region, the possible 3.0 region instead. So, you know, I hope Qiuyuan gets a good enough amount of screen time, because, you know, Return to Jinzhou is super nice. And, you know, just on this preliminary analysis by the Fat Fluffy Penguin, like he already looks like such a well inspired character. And I really do like how he looks, and definitely be the one I want to pull in the end. I don't know if he's going to be a Broadblade. What is it? Because everyone sees Big Man and they're like, oh man, he's going to be a Broadblade. But he might just be a tall like sword character. and that'll be pretty cool, you know, especially if he's arrow, because the only actually it doesn't even count because Rover, I mean Rover's a 5-star, right? But you know, like they're an arrow sword user and they're weird. They have DOTs, they have healing. A proper arrow sword DPS instead of like a broad blade would be cool, and maybe, you know, he gets to cover the niche instead of grouping that he's just like a defined like attacker, which would be really cool as well. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. And I have to say, with the whole Wuthering Waves at 2.7 drip marketing, a lot of interesting stuff and some unexpected stuff as well when it comes to Galbrena's story, but also Qiuyuan being in this patch at all. I was expecting him to come like at least 2 months down the road, but you know what, nevertheless we're here, and we're here what is it, for some more Wuthering Waves characters. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know if my wallet can take this. This one's kind of crazy, low-key. But if you want to keep up with all the things that are coming out in Wuthering Waves, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for all the future content, and of course all the other stuff that we do here. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.